What's poppin', everybody? Cerebral54. We're only a couple of days, 3 days basically, before Team Up comes out and the Tag Team GX Pokemon come to the party. I'm going to show you guys a TCG match with Gardevoir GX in the meantime. And let's see, I had a great match in Expanded using Blaziken GX and the Farseer Blaziken, and playing against the Zoroark GX deck, with all the fucking cards, the eggs, Skyfield, the Marshado, all this shit to fuck you up basically. And it was a great match, man. I don't know how I did it, but I basically made it so that we only had one prize left. It was a damn great match, but unfortunately, I realized after the match I wasn't recording. So yeah, you guys are never gonna see that awesome game. It really pissed me off. But hey, shit happens. Stuff like this happens anyway. Right now we have Standard. We have a Gardevoir GX, and I'm gonna be playing against one of those spread decks. Tapu Koko, Lele, the regular one, and they're pals. You guys should know what to expect. There's a lot of variance with these decks, but the premise is you put a lot of damage counters around and then you move them around with Lele, get knockouts. Kind of like the Sinister Hand Dusknoir, the trick it used to do. Okay, so we open up with Routes and I top deck another one. It's not so good. You want to open with Vulpix, especially since I'm playing second, so you can start searching. Or perhaps, Xerneas GX so we can start doing damage at least. I've got Ninetales GX in hand, Gardevoir, we can't use them. Fortunately, I do have the Cynthia, so we'll get a hand of new cards here. And what do you know, I do see the Vulpix. Let's use the Acrobike too. Ultra Ball and my Stadium, I run two of these Lysander Labs in here because I don't run any tools. There's no space, so might as well use a Stadium that negates the other tools. When we get the Fairy Stadium, basically in a couple of days from Team Up, that's definitely coming in here when I get it. It's so good. It helps out Gardevoir GX so much. It's like they specifically designed it to help a Gardevoir GX. Having your opponent needing one more extra colorless energy to attack, that's really good, man. Besides fairy Pokemon, I think that's what the effect is. Okay, so we're going to promote Alolan Vulpix here. We have to sacrifice an attachment for the turn, but might as well start searching Pokemon with Beacon. And I'm going to get the Ninetales and Gardevoir, of course. I debate for a bit, but they're basically the best options. I have Lele, so we don't need to... I have Cynthia, so we don't need to get Lele. Since this is a spread deck, Tapu Koko, I don't think my opponent would knock out Vulpix in one turn. But that was kind of a bit of a misplay on my part because we have the Electro Power too now, so you never know if he's going to play a couple of those. But I thought, you know what, there's no basic Pokemon like Zorua down. It's not going to evolve into Zoroark GX or something. He doesn't really have any Pokemon that is going to be able to KO Vulpix right now, so I thought it's safe. But anyway, my opponent uses Judge though, and I actually should have seen it coming. Make sure to get that guy with Macargo and Uranguru, that little combo. And I honestly should have seen it coming. Pissed me off, but yeah. When you see those Pokemon together, the kind of deck my opponent is playing, what he's trying to do. So he starts Flying Flip, and unfortunately, we lost our big hand there. I mean, I will manage to be able to get Gardevoir GX out since we have Volkner and Gardevoir. Get the rare candy, and Gardevoir is going to come out. Now, the good news with this deck is that, I have a great counter against it that people don't really see coming. Xerneas GX, not only is it a great Pokemon all around, in my opinion, the GX attack is perfect against these spread decks. As soon as he gets a bunch of spread damage around, I'm gonna use the GX attack and just heal everything. And my opponent really can't do shit about it. This deck doesn't really have, or shouldn't have at least, any way to deal mass damage in one shot. So, Xerneas GX, he's gonna be able to get his attack off no matter what, I believe. So that's really good. So we use Beacon again, get the Vulpix, get the Ninetales again, and I got Curly. I don't know why. I was probably high getting Curly. Normally you want to get Gardevoir since you can search the candy with Ninetales, but it doesn't matter anyway because he used Judge again. So yeah, actually giving me more cards, and we get Xerneas, Prism, Routes, and a Nest Ball Field Blower. I don't have a supporter though yet. I mean, we got a few more cards, so I guess that's good. And I mean, I really would have liked to have the Ninetales here, because at this point he's gonna knock out my little guys. Damn it. Get some easy prizes off of those. Alright, his bench is pretty much set up. He's got what he needs there. The Macargo, the Oranguru to get the stuff he wants. Backup, Tapu Koko, and of course the Lele to make the combo work, move the damage around. And he just starts, he says well played. I don't know if this is the first time he said it, but he's going to say it a couple of times for some reason. I don't know. So anyway, we're going to use the Field Blower here. Just because to use it in case he used another Judge. I don't want to draw these cards. I'm not really that threatened by his tools or whatever, and we have another one, another Field Blower anyway. So I decided to just use it. So Beacon once again, I'm gonna try and search my GXs once again, get Lele and Gardevoir GX, because Vulpix is gonna die, unfortunately. He's gonna get 2 easy prizes off of the routes and the Vulpix. So we get Gardevoir GX, I have the rare candy in hand anyway, and Lele, and he uses Judge again, it must be the fucking 3rd time or whatever, and he goes well played for some reason, I don't understand. Yeah, maybe he was cocky, but it's going to be a long game. I've got a lot of tricks to show him. I don't know if he even realized that Xerneas GX has that GX attack where I can just heal all the damage from my dudes. So, you know, put your damage on, just do whatever you can. He's going to get 2 knockouts here, which is sad. But I'm just going to get rid of all this shit. Dog. Alright, so let's promote Xerneas GX. Speaking of the attack, I'm going to use it right now. Just in case he decides it. You know, I've got a lot of damage around, you know, 100, 140, 160. I don't want to risk losing Xerneas GX and not getting the GX attack off. So we're going to use it right now, and I should still be pretty good. So Secret Spring, let me get you the Fairy Energy on Xerneas. And let's get our GX knockout here and heal all the damage. Sanctuary GX. Great name, too, for such a cool attack. Sanctuary. Not Ancient Sanctuary for Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, yeah, gotta love those classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Sets. Alright, let's not digress here. But we get the knockout, and I don't really have a lot of good shit in hand, but I guess the Ultra Ball can transform into Lele next turn. So let's see here. Xerneas GX with the 3 Fairy Energies on, I can easily get knockouts too with 120. Takes care of this Tapu Koko, no problem. And now my opponent is going to be on the ropes. So, uses Cynthia, uses Electro Power. It seems he is running that, okay. Glad he didn't have that early when I had the Vulpix down. And he's going to search another Tapu Koko here. Okay, but I mean, this deck is just pretty predictable. You know, I understand these spread decks can be pretty effective, but if you know how to play around them, and if you have the right cards in your deck, they can't really win, to just be blunt about it. I mean, I have Max Potion in this Gardevoir GX deck as well. It's only 1, but you know, just a couple of, even if it's just 1, you time it at the right time, and it's basically an automatic victory for you. Like, the Sanctuary GX did a lot of work for me as well, healing all the damage, essentially making my opponent's basically free turns useless, and with my strong Pokemon, my strong Stage 2 Pokemon and their abilities down, like Gardevoir GX, what have you, you know, I'm eventually going to be in a better position. Okay, so he decides to get Gardevoir stuck there, and well, actually I promoted. He didn't use Guzma, he used the escape rope, and I actually thought of bringing out Xerneas, but I don't think his ability activates on my opponent's turn. So I thought, hey, let's not risk it, promote Gardevoir. If I get 2 energies, I can just finish this Tapu Koko off anyway with 3 energies on. So that was the plan. And, you know, we top deck the Olivia. I just use Ultra Ball to get my Lily here. Get Lele and get Lily. I could have evolved into Alolan Ninetales, you know, search Alolan Ninetales GX with Olivia. But, you know, what the hell was that going to get me? I mean, I guess we could have gotten the switch. I got it now with Lily. But just to get a few cards in hand, get supporters in play. So this is what I do here. I use the switch since we got it. Xerneas Prism is in the active position. Thanks to his Path of Life ability, we get to move the fairy energies around and get our knockout with Bright Horns. Pretty good. Uh, you know, he can't use it next turn, and I definitely don't want to lose the energies and retreat. And so we're going to have to use the other switch since we have it. It's a bit of a waste using the switches, both of them so early. You never know what my opponent might do. But I've got the Lizzas as well. I've got 2 Tatan Lizzas in this deck. So, you know, hopefully, if they come up, we have them. If I got a switch, I have them in hand. Okay, so we're at even prizes right now. I have a little bit of damage on the board. My opponent uses Gladion, I guess to get one of the cards from the prizes he may want. Uses Uranguru, and let's see what he does. Flying Flip, not ready to use Tapu Lele yet. Okay, that's fine by me. And let's see here, what can I do? Secret Spring. Let me attach a Fairy Energy on Gardevoir GX. That's the best thing to do. With just 2 energies, we can take care of this Tapu Koko, since it's got to have 2. And let me use the switch again, Gardevoir GX, and use Cynthia. I could have used my tool to just use a field blow to get rid of my own stadium, draw more cards, but it is what it is. We see what we need. The energies here. I really wanted to just see fairy energies. We don't want to miss a knockout. You still got to be careful against this deck. You don't want to give it time to spread the damage around. So I have 2 energies. Managed to get one with Energy Lotto as well. So this Tapu Koko is going to be out of the picture. Good. And what are we going to do with the other one? Should I just keep it just in case? I want to see the max potion at this point. Heal the big damage on the other Gardevoir. Just to feel a bit safer. You know, get rid of damage. Just use my stuff. And then I can just beat down my opponent. I'll eventually outpace him. So it'd be good if we see that soon. So we're going to leave the fairy energy in hand for now. We don't need to attach it. Get rid of this Tapu Koko. I don't know how many I've killed so far. Probably like 3 or something. I don't know. Not even going to check, but whatever. And, you know, my opponent is in a position now. I think he is going to have to use a Tapu Lele. Has the energies on too. He doesn't really have any play he can make. Didn't have another Pokemon to promote. So going to use Counter Catcher. That's one of the tricks this deck does, of course. Get me some Pokemon stuck. Thankfully, we do have the Liza in hand. That's good. I don't have any other switching cards besides Switch and Liza, and we use the 2 switches too. So my opponent going to go ahead and start putting all the damage counters on this Gardevoir GX. It has 2 fairy energies. Yeah, just get rid of it. I lose 2 energies as well. It really is the best thing to do. He doesn't really want to knock out the one that doesn't have energies, or maybe Xerneas Prism would be a good decision too, but it is what it is. He's going to go with the Gardevoir, probably the best option. Okay, so good on you. You're going to get 2 more prizes. I think you should have enough to knock it out, and then maybe have like 1 extra or something. 1 damage counter extra to move around. So we gotta wait for all this shit to go down. Man, it just brings back all these memories with Sinister Hand, Dusknoir, since I mentioned it in the beginning. Yeah, it's almost crazy that it's those cards in that era. It's like nostalgic. It's almost like the same. Is almost the nostalgia of like the DP era for me. I guess that's how it is. That's how the saying is. Even the shit that's not old school eventually becomes old school. You know, it's crazy that one of these days the fucked up format of black and white might even be like nostalgic. I mean, it's never gonna happen for me, but you know, later on when they fix things a bit, you know, when X and Y came out and we had the rule changes where you can't attack first turn and the catcher errata, you know, that was good. That was when the black and white X and Y era was kind of more fun, more cooler. Okay, so let's see here. My opponent got rid of my dude, got 2 prizes, so things are starting to get a little bit dangerous. A Tapu Lele is kind of a sitting duck too. I don't want him to just kill that and win. So I'm gonna use Nest Ball here. Let me grab routes. Let's get another one down. Gonna go all out, use my cards. Don't need any more Nest Balls. And Liza, we gotta use it. Switch with my Xerneas here, Gardevoir, and I make sure that I know that that counter energy doesn't count as 2 when you're winning, of course. So I attach the other one, the extra one. With 2 fairy energies on, I can still get the knockout. Okay, so that bitch is out of the picture. And what are you gonna do, opponent? I'm pretty close on your tail, and you don't have anything out. I got all my Pokemon. I have a bunch of energy in play. He gets rid of my stadium with Field Blower. Hardly gonna make much of a difference. And the good news is that we have the Rescue Stretcher and Rare Candy in hand. I'll be able to bring out Gardevoir GX next turn as well from the discard pile. There's no way he's gonna kill my routes this turn. So that's good. We're gonna get another one. More Gardevoir GXs in your face, motherfucker. You probably thought that he'd be done with them, but we're gonna bring another one out. And let's see what he does. He has the Tapu Lele active, and that's pretty dangerous for him. I don't have any choice bands or any other way to do like add-on damage, so Xerneas can't get a clean one shot on Lele. But you know, if we do a little bit of damage, like with Overrun, Xerneas GX, I can actually set it up to get knocked out if he makes the mistake and leaves that active. We also have a Guzma in the deck. I haven't seen it yet, but I know it's in the deck. And let's see, get the Ultra Ball finally gonna bring out my Ninetales GX2. I don't want to give him any easy Pokemon to get prizes on. So let me get my Ninetales GX out as well. That's good. And we're gonna be able to search the Max Potion. Very good card to have around. And basically, I should have this game in the bag. There's no way my opponent can just do anything to get any easy prizes. All my Pokemon are pretty big. This deck spreads. It doesn't really get one-shots. I've got an energy here. I actually, you know, I could have just saved the energy and just switched next turn with Liza, put all the energies in a Gardevoir, but we're going to go with the Overrun here, put pressure. That's probably the best thing. So let's put the damage counters on Macargo. And, you know, if my opponent makes the mistake of leaving Lele active, I basically win. I don't know if he knows I have another Liza. Probably should have. He needs to think about this possibility, because my Xerneas is pretty dangerous right now. He should be thinking that. Okay, so Necrozma GX comes down. I guess that's one of the ways this you can get a one-shot, but I'm pretty sure this Pokemon is in here for the GX attack. You do mass spread that way. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, you need Psychic Energies to get the big damage on this dude. So let's see, he's doing some stuff here, using Ultra Ball, grabbing a Ditto. Okay, you just do whatever the fuck you want, but all I care about is you leaving Lele in the active position. If you do that, I have game. So, gonna use my Cargo's ability here. Let's see what he gets. Could get something tricky. The moment of truth. What are you gonna get? And let's see. Has to draw it with Ranguru first. Instruct. And what do you know? It's the Shrine of Punishment and passes the turn. So you guys know what this means. It means victory for me. GG. All I gotta do is use Liza, and Xerneas can knock out this Lele. So too bad, opponent. He was really cocky in the beginning, but it's my victory. Very, very good. Long game, but GG. And he immediately scoops as soon as he sees Liza. So very, very good. This is probably going to be the last game I'm going to post before team up. After that, we're going to have to show new decks, make some changes in our decks with Eriga and a lot of the awesome cards team up brings us. I honestly can't wait. It's a pretty exciting set. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Say Roll 54. What's up?